you a question. If you walked into a doctor's office today and you said, I'm hurting everywhere, and they immediately go to schedule you a surgery without checking your vitals, what would you do? You run, right? And you'll say, wait a minute, you need to check me out first. See what's going on before we go having surgeries, right? I know I would. But here's the thing, we do this with our lives every single time we feel overwhelmed. We scream, I need to change everything. And then we immediately go into an overhaul of our diets, our finances, our sleep, all in one single morning. And then by Wednesday or midweek, we crash, right? You know why? Because we didn't have a baseline, we didn't have a plan. We had panic. And with panic, nothing gets done, nothing works, right? So, hey, I'm Tamberly, the creator behind the DWJ, Digital Wellness Journal, and I strongly believe that we cannot build a life that we want to live, a life that we love, on shaky foundations. We just can't do it. And so, if you're tired of the fluffy advice and you want actual systems to manage the mental load, you are in the right place. This week, I am designing my next 90 days. But before I set a single goal, I have to do a step. I have to do step one, and that is the audit. As you see on my screen, I'm using my Design Your Next 90 Days workbook. Now, usually this is where people get stuck. They stare at the 8 life areas and don't know where or how or what to do with it. They don't know how to rate it. Now, the 8 areas are financial, health, relationship, career, spirituality, fun, recreation, environment, growth. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the easy button. I built a digital personal life evaluation assessment tool that helps do the math for you, right? It's going to do the math for me. So that way, all I have to do is answer the questions and it calculates everything for me. All right, so we're going to jump down here so we can get to the link, which is inside of the workbook. Here it go. We're going to click on it. All right, so this is the personal life evaluation workbook. So I'm going to run through these questions for myself. I'm going to be as honest as I can with it because this is something that I am actually doing, and I want you along the ride for me, okay, with me. It's going to ask me to rate things like my financial security, my connections with friends, family on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is I'm struggling, 5 is I'm thriving, and 2, 3, and 4 is in between, okay? All right, so I'm going to begin the assessment. Now, there's going to be some quiet moments because I don't want to go through and take up a whole lot of time, but I am answering these 32 questions as honest as I can. And I'm answering them for the here and now, this current season that I am in. All right, and now I am in recreation. How often do you make intentional space for joy and play? I need to do a little bit better with that. Okay, so here is my circle of balance. It's got the 8 circles here, and then here's the scores for each one. But if you look closely at these circles, their sides differently, right? And that's because it's kind of showing you The smaller circles is where you need a little bit more care. So, my biggest circle, from what I can tell, just looking at the circles, is between personal growth and relationship. They look like they're sized evenly, right? But if I look at, I'm gonna say finances, looks like it's a little smaller. So 2.3. And then my spirituality is a 2.5. So finances was smaller. So that's where I need to focus. If you scroll down, it's going to show you where you're thriving at. Your relationships is a 4 out of 5, and my personal growth is a 4 out of 5. And then here is the places asking for care. Schedule some joy this week and do a 10-minute money check in without judgment. So, those are my results. This is a crucial moment. So, take a look at my scores, and I was as honest as I can be with those scores, okay? Now, I knew that I was not as thriving as I want to be in a lot of areas. The joy and the recreation was a surprise to me. I thought I was doing pretty good there, but it was a 2 out of 5. That's a little surprising, right? So, the data here tells me that my finances is where I need to focus at. It was the lowest score of all. All right. And so that is my leak. And you know for yourself, when your finances is not right, it can throw a wrench into a lot of these other areas, right? All right. So here's what I want you to do. I've just taken the personal life assessment. I want you to do the same. I want you to stop manifesting, stop guessing, stop hoping, and we're going to start measuring. Now, in the description, I'm going to link two things. One, I'm going to link the free personal life evaluation tool, this app, so that you can get a snapshot of where you currently are across the 8 life areas, okay? Then I'm also going to link the workbook here. This workbook is a paid product, but once you get it, inside that is the link to this app, okay? This assessment. So I want you to either grab the free life evaluation assessment or grab the workbook, and I want you to do the exact thing that I just did. Go in and assess where you currently are across these 8 life areas, okay? It will not take you long. So in the next video, I'm going to take this data that I have and we're going to plug it into our workbook, and then we're going to focus on my lowest score. Okay?
You've been listening to Daily Wellness Everyday Living. If this reminder supported you today, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next guide. For more reflections and resources, head to digitalwellnessjournal.com. And remember, your daily wellness isn't something extra, it's how you live every day.